Hi everybody, and welcome on this gorgeous October morning. And I wanted to share a practice with you that feels very connected to this time of year where we're starting to orientate and become more introspective, more reflective. But conversely, there's also this sense of being anchored or challenged or being taught by the number 10. And 10 is all about, you could say, expansion. 10 is about sharing the light of our soul, of being radiant. Yeah. And so what do both of those mean? There's a kind of drawing in energy, but there's also the sense of shining your light. And I think it's in many ways very simple. It's moving into presence, and presence invites stillness, but presence is also magnetic. So we have both of those objectives achieved in that way. And this practice I'm going to share with you, for me, is a really beautiful practice, a very simple practice. It's known as the breath. It's a 10, 10, 10, 10 breath, 4 tens, yeah. It's pretty simple, but it can be challenging, but there's ways around the challenge. The guidance of this practice is inhaling for a count of 10, holding the breath for a count of 10, exhaling for a count of 10, and then holding the breath out for a count of 10. Now, by doing this practice, we really connect to that power of 10, but we're also conditioning the prana, and we're also, you could say, drawing in the energy. So we're connecting to a sense of stillness and expansion at the same time. Now, the breath or the challenge could be one's breath capacity. How on earth are you going to hold your breath for a count of 10? You know, for some of you, that's going to be a challenge. Some of you, it might be straightforward. So the key really is to have your own counts. Yeah, sometimes that count can be faster, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And sometimes that count can be slower, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So just find a count of 10 that works for you. Yeah, and stick with it and try and keep that same count for each of the 10 steps. That's an inhale for 10, holding the breath for 10, exhaling for 10, and then holding the breath out for 10. Okay, so I'll do some of this practice, and hopefully with time, if you choose to do this practice, you can do it anywhere. Yeah, you can do it on the tube, you can do it on the train, you can do it while you're watching TV. It's a beautiful practice that can engage with life. It doesn't have to take you away from life. You can be creative as to where and when you do this practice. So just take a moment just to find a nice sitting position. It can either be in a chair or just sitting on the ground. Hands are, ideally if you can, you put them in guide mudra, the first finger and thumb are touching, just resting on the knees. The shoulders relax, the spine is lifted, eyes are closed. So I'll run the practice with probably a faster count than I would normally, but hopefully that it doesn't negate from its power. So we'll begin. So we'll inhale for a count of 10. Hold for 10. Exhale for 10. And hold the breath out for 10. Inhaling for 10. Hold for 10. Exhaling for 10. And holding the breath out for 10. Inhaling for 10. Hold for 10. Exhaling for 10. Holding the breath out for 10. Inhaling for 10. Holding for 10. Exhaling for 10. And holding the breath out for 10. And we'll do the next few just on your own. And final time. And then just opening your eyes, just breathing normally, just tuning into yourself. And it's connecting to the effects of the practice. It's a very stilling practice, while, as I said before, also feeling expanded at the same time. There's a real potency and power to the practice. So I really invite you to take on board this practice. A great way to do it is 10 rounds every day. Yeah, so that could be 10 minutes, it could be shorter or longer, as discussed before. And just see what happens, see how it may anchor you during this time of year. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video, And see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.